The playoffs have a way of testing anybody who's lucky enough to play in them, but one guy who I'm very curious to watch in what will be his first postseason, Kyrie Irving of the Cavs. Now, Cleveland obviously is rolling. They went into the week having won 31 out of 38 games. Kyrie has been clicking with LeBron James. We shall see if he can do something similar to what he did last year in Spain. When he played for FIBA World Cup, Kyrie led the way, played some of the best basketball of his life, but again, he's going to have to prove it once he gets there. This MVP race has been a lot of fun to watch, but I'll be honest, it's absolutely brutal from a voter's perspective when I turn my ballot in at the end of the season. But I do think one category that needs more analysis, more discussion when it comes to the race between James Harden and Steph Curry is minutes per game and trying to reconcile the reality that Curry is paying a major price for the way his minutes have been managed by Warriors coach Steve Kerr. The bottom line is Golden State is so dominant, they don't need Curry on the floor nearly as often as the Rockets need Harden. This thing is going to go down to the wire for sure. Steve Ballmer is a very happy man these days. The first-year Clippers owner pumping his fist, getting all red-faced and excited as his team is back to an elite level at the perfect time just before the playoffs. Going into the week, the Clippers have won 10 of their last 11 games. Chris Paul very quietly putting together, I think, an MVP caliber campaign. Blake Griffin came off that right elbow infection. They've won 10 of 12 since Blake has been back in the lineup. They're getting Jamal Crawford back soon too. He's been out since early March with a calf problem. I think a key factor to continue watching going forward, the defense has improved. On the opposite end of the timing is everything spectrum, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Coach Dave Yeager and his group are playing with fire here, very mediocre at the worst possible time. 11-11 in their last 22 games after starting the year 41-14. This stuff matters in a big way for Memphis when it comes to playoff positioning. They already gave up the number 2 spot to the Rockets. If they can't get it back, they wind up 3rd or lower in the standings. That's the difference between playing a team like the Spurs or the Clippers or the Blazers in the first round, or perhaps maybe a team like the Mavericks, who's certainly a notch below. The San Antonio Spurs are going nowhere yet again. They're not going to disappear to a retirement home near you. They are going to defend their championship, and clearly with the way they have played recently, they're going to defend it quite vigorously. They've won 17 out of 20 games going into this week. The most dominant team in the NBA right now, young Kawhi Leonard, amidst all those old guys, is leading the way on both ends of the floor, averaging almost 20 points a game during that stretch, and I think making a late push as a Defensive Player of the Year candidate.